Radio, linking the world to the Caribbean. You're in tune to the Powerhouse Radio, linking the world to the Caribbean. Disclaimer. The views and opinions expressed on the Powerhouse radio station are those of the host, guests, and callers, are not necessarily those of this station, its management, or other hosts or advertisers. The show, found on the Powerhouse radio station, can promote any lifestyle, belief, religion, political affiliation, or other personal practice. These shows are for entertainment purposes only and are not intended to treat, diagnose, and or claim any cure of disease or conditions. Opinions stated by various contributors to the Powerhouse Radio and its programming are not to be considered as endorsed by the Powerhouse Radio station. Visitors are urged to use their own discernment to draw their own conclusion. We emphasize the importance of keeping an open mind.
Greetings, each and everyone. How are you all doing? Hoping that you are fantabulously fabulous. So, thank you for joining us right here on Reasoning Thursdays, each and every Thursdays. Yours truly, Lady D, Queen, Daresecta, Jai, Noni the Juice, MC, and Big Financial's own Lysandra will be joining us in a millisecond. Well, we definitely going to kick off the show with Miss Lysandra tonight with some information. And then we're going to get down into our various topics as well. Want to say big shout to You Choose Radio. Massive shouts to you as they're doing their marathon, their radiothon that is taking place right now. And for the radiothon, all proceeds, etc., um, all of the proceeds and stuff is for a good cause for the children. It's for the children. So we definitely want to say big shouts to them and continuing to support. Um, uh, yeah, it's a crazy day for us, but nonetheless, we're here and we're here to reason and get our minds off of things and situations and all those things. But in this show's dedicated to my nephew. Yeah, my nephew Emmanuel. Yeah, passed away on Sunday evening, so it is a bittersweet. It's a bitter evening, but nonetheless, we're just going on and doing what we do right here on Reasoning Thursday. So, with it be being dedicated, with this program being dedicated to my nephew, it we thought that it would be just even best when we speaking with Miss Lysandra from Big Financial um, to talk about, to just reason a little bit on life insurance and some of the why it's so important for us to have trusts and wills, and because tomorrow's definitely not promised to anyone. So
And
you're
they're dying younger and younger and younger.
younger. So this is something that our young people need to really get on, because someone else was reasoning and they were like, Lady T, you know how many young people that I'm hearing that is just passing left and right, and it seems to always be some heart problems. They need to take care of their bodies, they need to take care of themselves. And I think next week we're going to see if we could get Shalom Enterprise as well on with us, just to talk a little bit about your health and eating properly and getting check up. My niece said something to me today earlier that We all may think our hearts are good, but when did we go and get it scanned? And I can't tell I couldn't even answer her because I really can't even tell was the last time I really went and got a heart scan or EKG or anything like that to know. Only thing I did was my blood work and my cholesterol was a little bit up, but that was it. Um, so we're just going to just go through with the program. We're just going to go through with the program and do the best that we can throughout it. Well, the respecter, you want to say greeting to the listeners?
Yes, greetings to all throughout the world and the panel. Better days are coming. Hopefully, in your family, we won't hear no more situation we have to be feeling the way we're feeling right now. So I know you guys been through enough.
Queen.
Yeah. Welcome everyone. Um, Thanks for tuning in. Thank you for showing up every week, every Thursday for reasoning. Um, we hope that these topics will reach each of you. And again, like a lady said, the folks are dying young. We have to start paying mind, and maybe we have to encourage our young ones to do the things that they need to do. I know I have been on my son, and the oldest one at first he was kind of blocking me and ma, you worrying why, but I find now that he's embracing it. He's eating more healthier now. He's scanning food. He's blending up stuff. So I am so happy for that. But you never know. You never know. You never know when they're gonna go. So just keep loving each other. That's what I would say. I would say just keep loving and encouraging each other. Because the days now are short. Maybe the Bible is Revelation maybe is being prophesied, but coming to existence, who knows what's going on? But there's a shift. There's a shift. There's a shift in the world, not just in this country, but in all the countries all over the world. There's a shift, and I don't know how it came about or what is happening, but I can feel it also in my body, my soul, my spirit, my mind, that there is a shift. So, welcome everyone.
All right. Let's Chai.
Happy Thursday, everyone. Thanks for joining us.
Right. Let's Great.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for having me this evening and definitely sending out my condolences to the Powerhouse radio family and the immediate family as well.
All right. Big financial, Miss Lasagna in the house. Are you're on mute? Unmute. You still on mute.
Thank you. Greetings.
Greetings.
Greetings. My condolences, Lady D and Queen family, Powerhouse Radio. That's really a hard one. That's yeah, that's a hard one. And the right, it hit right home too when you told me. It's just like wow. But it's so imperative that I will start on the health piece that you spoke to, that, we are aware of what is going to prolong and preserve the temple versus what is going to tear it down. And the food that we digest, what we take in is so imperative for our well-being. And again, that's just another area that we are not vastly educated in as a community, and it's something else that I really pride myself on. And food is everything. Exercise is very important, but food is 90% of the battle. and just understanding what not to put in is everything, because if we can eat properly, then the health conditions will be far less than, with the diet that as Americans that we have right now. So that goes again with the lack of education, same thing in the financial industry. And I heard you say that your niece said to you today, when do we go and get our hearts scanned? When did we go and get a heart checkup? And that's the same thing with our finances. How many of us have had a financial needs analysis done? How many, who's had a financial health check? And some people go all of their lives and never have that review done. Same thing for the heart scan, right?
Yes.
And the heart keeps us alive, and in our lives in this day and age, our finances are also imperative. So, hand in hand, health is wealth.
Yeah.
And if you are wealthy and unhealthy, then it's still no good.
Yeah.
So, we need vast education in both areas. And it's more of being exposed, in my opinion, than anything else. Because if we know better, then we can take the necessary steps to do better. But if the education is not provided, how do you partake in something that you have no knowledge of?
Right.
So, with your the situation like that just happened in your family, when are we gonna go? Who knows? And nobody, right? We expect that we'll live forever, even though we were born to die, right? We never really put the concentration on planning to die and to leave, as well as to leave our assets, as much as we concentrate on living.
Right.
And it's just as important, people, to plan your estate, to plan your final expenses, to plan your health care designation if you should be incapacitated, because all sickness is not unto death. So you may have a stroke or a heart attack or an aneurysm, God forbid. But if so, and you don't have your healthcare surrogate in place, if you don't have your advance directive in place, then who makes those decisions for you in the hospital? If you don't have an AD, which is a living will, that's the advance directive, then the hospital is in charge of your care. And I just feel like if we know these things, we'll act on it. I don't feel that as a population that we understand financial preparation as much as we don't understand keeping the temple and preserving it,
Yes.
you know. So it's imperative that we have estate planning. Without a will, guys, and a trust, no matter what your net worth, you're going to probate court. Take the time and just Google that layman basic information. Without will and trust, not one or the other, both, your assets and your family are going to probate court. That is without any exception. The uber wealthy to people that have meager means. If you don't have those documents in place, you'll go to probate court. What does probate court mean? I'll give you a very vivid, brief example. Prince, his family just were released from probate court last year. They spent 6 years in probate court, meaning all of the money that he had amassed the entire career, his family did not have access to it until the judge and the court settled his estate. So for all those years, they didn't get a dime until the estate was settled. Probate court is very expensive. It's not cheap. Probate court is lengthy. As I just stated, he was there for 6 years, his family. And it's a public proceeding. So all of your financial business will be aired to the public without will and trust preparation, without proper estate planning.
So most
Go
some
right in.
people would think that being young age 20, 30, that they don't necessarily need to have that because some may not have certain maybe not a home purchased a home themselves.
The assets.
Yeah,
That's
but for younger people, would you recommend for them how early would you recommend for a young person to start to put together a trust and so on?
Well, that would definitely depend upon the individual, on a case by case. But number one, young people need life insurance. That is the first part of estate planning. We all need life insurance, but we're speaking to the younger generation. The youth need life insurance. We have no inkling as to when death is coming. So the first part of proper estate planning is a life insurance policy. Life insurance now comes with living benefits. Again, we stated if you don't pass away and you become ill, you need to be able to sustain your day to day living and your monthly expenses. And with living benefits, with that life insurance policy, that will allow you to do so. So, as early as you are of legal age, if your parents have not already gotten a policy for you as a minor, you need life insurance as soon as you're able to acquire it. So, that's number one. The will and trust, you will get assets and acquire assets along the lifespan. So your trust planning as you get younger, as I like to say, and you acquire more things, then that is when you would, want to have a trust and start allocating assets in that trust. And in the trust planning, when you're young, you would want to get an irrevocable trust so you're able to move those assets in and out or change things, make the modifications as your life changes because you've gotten it at a younger age. So, if you've purchased a home and you're 30 years old, 25 years old, you have assets and you're acquiring things, that's a safe age to acquire a trust because it never expires. So you can have your trust for 50 years, 70 years, you just modify it accordingly. And so it's no too young to have a trust. And your life insurance also goes in your trust. That's how trusts are continued. That's how the wealthy pass their inheritance along through the trust, because as the heirs pass away in death, the life insurance is paid and that trust is funded through the life insurance policy. So that is what a trust fund is equivalent to. So to be matter of fact, as soon as you start acquiring assets, it's not too early to have a trust in place. It'll last you for the duration of your life.
Okay. So in a life insurance now, and I know you mentioned with living benefits,
Hmm.
um, that will be the first step.
Yes.
And that all comes at one time, the life insurance with the living benefits, or
Yes.
how do you start setting that up?
So with life insurance with living benefits, we would do your financial needs analysis, guys. And as I just stated, the financial needs analysis is just a financial health review. It gives you a clear, comprehensive picture of where you are now, and it gives you a pathway to getting to your destination financially. So it's a blueprint, and we do it for you here at Big Financial Complimentary. And that way we can start setting up your financial house from the ground up. And that would be with starting with a term policy with living benefits. Term is going to be the least expensive insurance with the most amount of coverage. Okay. And with living benefits, if anything should happen to you while you're alive, the living benefit component will kick in and be able to give you that asset protection, which is income, while you're unable to go to work and provide and make your day-to-day wage. So
Um,
it's
there was a
critical.
there was a question from DJ VJ Smiles. That's with YouTube's radio. How much per month?
How much per month depends on the age of the applicant, as well as the health condition of the applicant, as well as the credit and criminal history of the applicant. All of those things are factored in when getting life insurance. So, an average, just say I did a policy for a client a couple days ago, 44 years old, Black male, um, average credit score, $1 million policy, $164 a month with living benefits.
Okay.
So it's very, very affordable, people, and it varies again according to those factors, but it is definitely doable.
Okay. That's awesome.
Yes,
Awesome. Yeah.
as well as final expense. Guys, that's something else that I'd like to speak to. Final expense is a concierge service that we offer here as an exclusive big financial through HGI. It's done through American Amicable. That's the insurance company. They've been around over 100 years. And the concierge service allows you, in the case of death of your loved one, you have the ability to call one phone number, and that phone number handles everything for you and your family during grievance. They provide the death certificate for you in 3 days. They give you your death benefits in 3 days via Brinks or Loomis. Okay. They do all the funeral planning for you.
Mm.
They do all of the financial planning with the funeral planners for you. So your family only has to grieve. They are a group of licensed funeral directors that are all over the world, and they do all the financials with the funeral home. So you don't have to worry about being taken because you don't know what the prices are supposed to be, and because there's no legislation on how much the funeral home can charge any one person. So having Everest is imperative. It's not expensive. I insure people with Everest. The cheapest policy I think I've done was about $1.09 a day, up to about $2.90 a day. So for about a soda a day, you're able to get an Everest final expense whole life, so it builds cash value, concierge policy that
This is
will
ridiculous. I
say
can't hear
again.
anything.
Mute your phone. Okay. She
Uh,
said, go ahead. I'm sorry.
now you're fine. So that policy, guys, will also give you protection if you're out of the country and you should, God forbid, pass away. They're going to fly you to your respective place, if even back to the United States, or if you're here and need to go to your respective country. Everest does that for your family if you pass away out of country. They do it at no additional charge. So I say to everyone, and it's whole life insurance, so it builds cash value. The term never goes up on your payment amount. So your premium amount stays the same forever, and your coverage amount stays the same forever. So, as a very basic, yes, I need to be covered. I need these services no matter what kind of insurance you guys have. There's no company that has a concierge that's going to give your family a death certificate in 72 hours or a death benefit in 72 hours. So, Everest Funeral Concierge is done through our company, and it is the best thing in the world. I have it, my kids have it, and everybody that's attached to me has that service. So that's also a very bottom layer in building your financial house. Okay, so everybody can afford that. There's no medical exam. There's about 8 health questions, and 95% of people get approved. So if worst case scenario and you can't get any other coverage, most people qualify for this. And if you have $5 million in coverage, you still need efforts because the service that they give your family, nobody else is providing that.
Okay, that's awesome. That's really awesome, especially if you're out of the country. That
Yes,
and go to the respective place that you would like to be laid to rest is
Mm.
is an awesome thing to have. Yeah. Lysandra, please give out your information once again to the listening audience.
yes, we are Big Financial. We're in Atlanta, Georgia. Phone number is 844-324-4543. And our email is wealth@bigfinancial.life. And you can reach us on WhatsApp at 404-734-8367. And guys, we'll get your financial needs analysis done at no charge for you. We'll send it over to you via email. We'll do everything on Zoom if you're not local. If you are local, you can come to the office right here in Atlanta, Peachtree Road, and we will get you guys taken care of.
Righty. So you all have nothing to lose. It's a win-win situation from what I'm
Yes,
seeing. It's you get a total blueprint of the way that you need to go. And you have several different packages that can be that
yes,
individuals can choose from, or if they have a certain amount that they wanted to leave to a loved one, and they
absolutely.
can. And setting up a trust. So definitely give Mr. Sandra. Mr. Sandra would be on in the beginning of our program, and as she get ready to kick off her own program right here on the Powerhouse Radio, and so she's gonna start us off with just basic things, and getting our life in order as our financial life in order as we ourselves get our medical, our health life in order.
Yes,
Alrighty. So, the two, you got a one-stop shop here, folks. Get your health together, get your wealth, get your
yes,
finances in order. And I love the trust, and I've been always looking to do my trust because of the fact that um, I don't want any fight, and I don't want my children having to wait so long to
right.
have control over my home, my assets, things such as little as it may be, even if it's just a home. It's your children need to be
Yes.
able to acquire that.
Immediately and
Imme-
not have the stress and the grief of you and trying to hold on to your assets.
Yeah,
That's a
because
lot to
probate
deal with.
costs.
Yeah,
Probate court costs.
probate costs quite, and
If,
it's expensive.
if your kids don't have that money,
Yes,
it's like,
because the court's gonna get theirs first.
yeah,
So when assets are liquidated, the courts are taken care of before your family is taken care of. And guess what? If you don't want to sell some of your assets and people can't come to an agreement, the court makes you liquidate. So if you wanted to keep those things in the family, you don't have that option if you go to probate court and the whole family is not in unison. So it's just imperative, people, that we take action and protect the legacies that we've built.
yeah,
Okay.
definitely.
That's
Um,
imperative.
Sorry to interrupt you guys. Someone just reached out. Can you please give out your information one more time? They missed it.
Yes, ma'am. Absolutely. Thank you. It is Big Financial. And the website I should start with is bigfinancial.life. And the phone number is 844-324-4543. And you can also reach us via email, and that is wealth@bigfinancial.life. And our WhatsApp contact information is area code 404-734-8367.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
Yes. And I definitely encourage, as Lysandra was saying, that You could even meet on Zoom if you're unable, and she does it all around the,
Yes.
all around
The
America,
globe. Yes.
globe basically, and
Yes.
that's how come you have access as well to the WhatsApp. So definitely, if there's a country that that she's not able to assist you with, I'm sure she may can tell you one or two things to look about for yourself. But
And
definitely,
the trust, Lady D,
yeah.
everybody, guys, it's done through Net Law. So you guys check that out. That's the company that is exclusive to us. And Net Law is all over the world. And we can assist you with your estate planning no matter where you are. Those documents are going to be all done via the internet. It's going to all be virtual, and you have access to modify your documents as need be versus the traditional typical trust planning where each time you go to the attorney, you're charged a la carte per change. So this gives you access at your fingertips to do your estate planning. So everybody can partake in this as far as their will, trust, and advance directive and so forth.
All right, all right. And they can get a complete package, basically, is what
Yes.
you're saying. Will, trust, and advanced directive.
Yes, it's will, it's trust, it's advance directive, financial power of attorney, healthcare power of attorney, healthcare surrogate, and did I say your living will? That's the AD. So all of those components. Oh, the HIPAA. You have a HIPAA authorization that comes with that package as well. It's a complete estate planning package.
Okay. And that estate planning package varies depending on what exactly is the amount that you want to incorporate for your life insurance, or how does that work?
Well, the estate planning package with the trust, that is just a solid set fee at its own price. We do everything as a package, not like the attorney firms where it would be per item. So that would be a complete comprehensive package for the trust. Your life insurance would be based on whatever you needed as far as your coverage, as far as your gaps. Once we do your financial health review, then it will show us on there based on your assets, based on all of your credentials, what you need as far as coverage. And then we'll go over that to see what your budget will afford, and we'll put it in place accordingly. Because we just because you need it may not mean that we can get it all right now, but we'll start off and we'll have a plan as to how we'll continue to be able to ensure that you're fully protected and your family's covered.
Okay, great, great.
Yeah.
Any other questions, panel?
Well, I need to get going. I've been procrastinating, so I apologize on that.
We'll
But
get you taken care of.
I will get on it pretty soon.
Yes, sir.
Is there anything else that we need, that you need the masses, the listening audience, to absorb, to know, to get in contact with you? Anything particular that you need to stress to the listening
Yes, the
audience?
importance, the importance, people, of life insurance with living benefits and your proper estate planning. It was time yesterday, 20 years ago, but it's imperative today. We don't know when, we don't know where, and our families are going to precede us. They're going to be here. So if we should precede them in death, we have to think about who is left to be taken care of. It's our children, it's our spouses, it's our assets. We've worked to amass these things. So there's nothing that should stop us from doing as much to cover as we did to acquire. And that's it.
All right, man. It's you're always full of a wealth of information, and I thank you so much for joining us,
Yes.
and looking forward to hear what you have for us for next week.
Yes.
Folks, once again, this is Mr. Sandra, with Big Financial Life. And
Yes.
the number to reach her is 844-324-4543. You could also hit her up on wealth at big financial dot life. WhatsApp number is 404-734-8367. Alrighty, and that's Big Financial Life. And take your financial life in order, and I think a lot of us, including myself, need to definitely do that, and also get your health in order.
Yes.
Alrighty. Thank you so much. Thank you
Thank
so
you guys. Thank you for having me. Queen, much love
Thank
always.
you,
Thank you.
sis. Okay. Appreciate you.
Yes.
much.
All
Blessing.
right now.
Thank you.
Thank you guys.
Yes, once again, that was Miss Lasagna joining us from a Big Financial Life, a real asset to the Reason and Thursday program, and enlightening us on how we can become financially secured in case if we have any accidents or just life itself, life challenges itself. So, man, MC, how you doing? MC, I'm still not sure if you're hearing us. You're on mute. Yay, okay, she says yes, she can hear, but you're on mute, MC, so we can't hear you. Alrighty. Yeah, well, we've been everyone's been sending in topics, and I know the um oh boy, sometimes my train of thought, don't worry, is all over the place. But Don Minot, I want to say big shouts to you. Don says, greetings, just finished rehearsing for Jamaica Night Independence celebration. Yeah, yeah, Jamaica's getting ready to celebrate their independence as well. And there's lots of things that's going to be going on here in Atlanta, all around the world. And Don Minot, I know is out of Connecticut. So Donna is getting ready to do up his thing in Connecticut. So all around the US who was ever celebrating Jamaica's independence as well. So big shouts, Don. I know you're gonna mash up the place. I know you're definitely gonna mash up the
Mhm.
right? We want to say once again, big shouts to YouTube's radio. They're doing their marathon that is going on once again, the radio marathon. And of course, we're a part of this marathon. All righty. So big shouts go out to DJ VJ Smiles and Ross Dougals and crew the entire crew over there. It is the marathon is running on all the channels that they have over there, and the proceed goes to Sports Gears for Caribbean Kids, and courtesy of Aubrey Campbell and DJ VJ Smiles. If you like to make a donation, send it. Give Aubrey Campbell a call at 973-510-3148, or DJ VJ Smiles linkage a call at 404-807877. Okay, that's 404-404-8077. Okay, so big shouts to the marathon that's going on. It's going to be a 3-week marathon, and they're collecting funds and items and all sorts of stuff for the Caribbean kids sports gears. All right, sports gears for the Caribbean kids. Yeah, well, big things and things and things and things going on. I just want to for light of everything. As we said, this show tonight is dedicated to my nephew, Emmanuel, whom you know transitioned earlier this week, and that is going to definitely be greatly missed. But for all the ladies that are given their significant others jackets, is what in the Jamaican culture they call it. Um, Panama has passed a law. Okay, I left my thing upstairs. Oh my gosh. Panama has passed the law that they're going to start arresting.
Mm-hmm.
I know the respect alike in this part of it.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to start arresting. It's alleged. Okay, let me put that in
Mm-hmm.
there. It's alleged that they're going to start to arrest women whom is doing paternity fraud.
Woohoo!
And can get up to 5 years imprisonment.
That's
Yes,
all.
Oh boy.
and they're
That's all.
crying, and people in other parts of the Caribbean and Jamaica is saying we need that. So I wonder if Trump is going to instill that here in America as well.
Mhm.
What's y'all thought on that?
If he do, it will be just on black people.
If you're going to make a law, you can't just okay.
Well,
It's called Panama. The National Assembly of Panama has approved a bill that criminalizes paternity fraud, introducing prison sentences and financial penalties for deception related to a child's parentage. The bill, sponsored by Jaro Salazar, aimed to deter deception and protect families. It imposes prison terms of 2 to 5 years and fines calculated according to the person's salary, with no statute of limitation for claims. Mandatory DNA testing is also mandated in disputed paternity cases. The law is part of a broader effort to close legal loopholes and provide remedies for those affected by paternity deception.
It's needed here. It's needed
I
everywhere.
but
Um,
isn't
I
that
watched
gonna
this
affect?
thing where this gentleman did 5 years in prison for back child support, all these things, ruined his life just to find out that baby wasn't his.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah, quite a
What
few
happens to the
stories like that.
mom? You knew you was outside.
Yeah,
You knew you was cocking it up.
yeah, yeah,
Quite a few stories like that out there.
yeah. So I do you all think that this will become a deterrent? And with them saying that there's no statute of limitation, meaning that someone from 50 years ago, once they do research and do paternity tests, that person, that mother, can face criminal charges. I assume.
That's too much.
You know, well, I mean, like,
if
so
if
when you
there
say
is,
that's too
They
much,
need to. It's not fair.
where would the cutoff be for you, the respecter, if you were with a woman and you're with them 20, 30 years, and all of a sudden now you find out this kid is not yours? Would you
Well,
want them to face?
truthfully, at
Uh-huh.
that point, I would blame myself as well for being so foolish, not recognizing. And at that point in life, I wouldn't want that child to know. I wouldn't want those kids to know. So I would just continue, you know, protecting them as myself as well as myself. I am your father. Because anything other than that, they're gonna be so angry at mother, and violence could be involved. So I wouldn't want that on the children or the mother. So I just feel like would have been strong enough to bear it, but move on with my life
So
from
you
there
feel
on
that
out.
there should be a cutoff
Yeah,
period
it should be a cutoff. I say a year.
after a year?
Yeah,
Okay, you're so sweet.
I mean real though. After a year,
Yeah, that's real sweet. Let's gripe. What you saying? You're muted, Tonya. We're not hearing Tonya.
Tony
MC.
fall asleep.
I wondering if they having difficulty unmuting. MC. What you say, Queen? Is you're unmuted.
Yeah. I I think it's a good thing. It's a good thing in terms of both parties. Um, now, I mean, when I say both parties, I'm talking about the child as well as the person who is being put in that position where he have to accept a child that is not his. It's not the child's fault. So, and any way it goes, that child is gonna be hurt, whether it's now or later on in life. Because you see, as they get older, they tend to find things out, and sometimes things leak out when you don't want it to. So therefore, I think it's a good thing where they're putting it where it's legally challenged, where these women can't do that, because you have some women that uses it against the man, the male, where they threaten them and what have you. But if somebody is there behind them, then I think they would feel more comfortable in terms of honing up to the child. So
Okay.
yeah,
Johnny,
My
what's your
wish,
uh-huh?
it's a
go ahead.
win-win, I think. It's a win-win.
Yeah, I think it would be a win-win. I think that that would be a win-win situation too, because if you don't know, that's one thing, but if you know and intentionally um
Do it.
deceive deceive the male, then I think that
Mm-hmm.
that's a good thing, and I don't think that should just stop. You did 50, that's wickedness. 50 years of a person's
Mm-hmm.
life, 40 years of a person's life. That's not going to take away from you loving that child, but I mean, like, hey, you know
Yeah.
yeah, it's just like we're looking reparations still after how many years. um that's the male's reparation, you know
Yeah,
what I'm
no,
yeah.
no man wants to hear that. That's not yours.
And no, you don't want to hear it, but hey, it is what it is.
Mhm. Mhm.
It is. Jai, what's this thing about food scanners?
I don't remember.
About food, what?
See, Jai just be throwing up stuff there. I see she have something about a food scanner. Um,
did did you
Queen,
see the
go ahead.
Did you see the one I sent him? The 15-year-old girl that unalive her family.
No, I did not. What's that all about?
Yeah, they were speaking sense to her that she's too young for boyfriend,
Oh
and
yeah, I saw that one. Hmm.
yeah, somehow she ended up with a gun and became rebellious and kill all the mother, grandmother, brothers,
Yeah.
sisters, everybody.
Now,
It's five
now
five
when you
people. Five people died.
now when you say somehow she ended up with the weapons, right?
At 15 years old.
That don't, how you somehow end up with a weapon. Someone left an unattended weapon unlocked, unput away, that this young lady was able to get. Big ups yourself, Donna. Donna says it's even worse when they find out that their family member is the real father. Wow.
Or, or maybe the
Oh,
boy.
sorry.
No, but you see, lady, we can't even say that if somebody left the gun out. Now these young, at 15-year-old, these kids here out on the street doing all sort of things. I mean, it- it's not like years ago where kids were indoors by a certain time. Now these kids out there, they have all sort of influence. They meet up on people that they can buy these things from or get these things from. I mean, we can't say all children are innocent. All of them are not. So who knows what she did or how she got that weapon. I don't remember it saying that she got it from the parents' house. But I mean, these kids now, they attain what they want when they want it.
Mhm. Mhm.
And sorry to interrupt. I remember what the food scanner thing was. You should have said Sam's. I was just highlighting the fact that they've officially removed a lot of preservative from their store brand items like breads, um, all of those things. So basically, like how they want red dye out of ketchup and things like that. That's really
Mm-hmm.
what that was highlighting.
Okay, okay. Oh, so Sam's is starting to get a lot more natural.
Yes, they
That's
have removed.
Healthy.
They have
Mm-hmm.
made steps and have done so far removed a lot of the preservatives from their products.
okay. And that's
Member mark products.
that is awesome to know. That is really a good thing to know.
Mm-hmm. It
Um,
is.
because I have that, and then we're gonna, you all heard what Donna said, but I have that scanner. Um, what is it called? And I think that a lot
I
of
have yucca. I have yucca.
the Yuka scanner,
Yeah, I
and
was
Yeah.
going to say that. Okay.
a lot of the things that I put on the Yuka, and it okay, it all comes up. A, a, there's so much items. Just about
Mm-hmm.
half of the items that I scan it on in Sam's comes up poor, bad,
Mm-hmm.
for you.
Mm-hmm.
So it's great to know that they're trying to take a different approach to people's health, because at one point I was like, it looks like I'm gonna have to find somewhere else. As Don had told me in regards to Whole Foods, I have to maybe find somewhere else to start to really, really shop, because of half of just about the majority is even sometime more than half of the items is not good, and I got to put it back or put it down when I go to pick it up. So yeah, so that's something. Thanks for bringing that to our attention, Jai.
Yeah.
That's
And
Yes,
you
just
can,
keep
they
in
can
mind.
tell them.
You can just keep in mind that, of course, they're going to sell other brands and don't put what they're saying is their store brand items, I believe it's member mark, will not have those artificial ingredients.
okay.
So,
Okay.
Yeah.
like, I was looking at one item, I think it was bread. They took out so much, and the only thing they added was some butter. And
Awesome.
it's all of the rest of the products are, natural. So, I thought it was pretty cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it,
That's
it
good.
it is definitely pretty cool.
That's
It's
good.
really cool. Yeah.
And you guys can download the Yuka scanner. It's
Yeah.
really really good to
It's really
have.
good because it also gives you alternative products that
Yes, it
you
do.
can
Hmm.
go and look for and buy those in place of the ones that they have on it that says that they're bad and
Yeah.
not good for you. So this is in light of us talking in regards to your health. We
Yeah.
earlier we dealt with your financial health, and now we're reasoning on your health. And I see MC had put in here some lab grown milk. I think a lot of lab grown things are happening, and we just need to really start reading labels. MC?
Yes, it's true. First of all, I third or fourth the Yuka app. I use it as well. YUKA. It's
Yeah.
Yeah.
definitely worthwhile to use. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, the lab grown. It's gotten ridiculous because lab grown salmon, lab grown chicken, lab grown milk, lab grown cheese. So everything's becoming lab grown. And they said even our restaurants. So you go to a restaurant, you're paying prime price, and you don't know if you're the salmon that you're getting is lab grown because they're already using lab grown salmon now. This is what I heard in more than one of the posts. So it's really disheartening to know, and they should make it public. Like it should be there that we should know. Okay, we can choose. Okay, it's cheaper. Why? Because it's grown in lab. So no, either we pick it or we don't. Um, and then there was another thing I saw that there was approval for some sludge where it's mixed with human waste and chemicals to grow. It used to be used for growing garden, and now they're going to allow that this administration allow them to use it on food now. Like who's allowing this?
Yeah, definitely. You know they want to come
Right
in.
now they have a recall on blueberry, and I wrote what was there's something else too, but the blueberries you have to be very careful. There's a recall on it. Okay, so you guys be careful with that. So I mean, I can't understand how all these diseases are taking up these plants. What's going on?
So
You
what's
know?
happening is the farmers that own their land, so they have the workers working there, and it appears that they don't have proper or sanitary areas. I guess whether when they go into the bathroom, whether to wash their hands or whatever. So they, do what they need to do, excrete what they need to excrete, and then they go back to business. So those hands are not washed properly, and they go back to working. And
Yeah,
so
that
you
was a manner and all.
yeah. So you don't have proper
Mm,
bathroom facilities for your workers, and that's an issue.
mm,
So that's why we always get the trickle down. There's always an issue with lettuce, with salmonella, or now it's
mhm,
cyclospora. There's always some issue because of that reason. So this is what we're suffering, and that's why Lady D always tells us we need to start growing in the back, and it's true. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah,
because now they're saying with the lettuce, okay, if you're gonna have lettuce, don't buy it in the bags. Don't buy it in the containers. And
yeah.
if you buy a head of lettuce, just take the outside off. And like, what is the purpose? I'm just like, I'm
mm,
not eating raw vegetables. I said, if you can't cook it, for now, I'm putting raw vegetables. Probably at least with fruits, you could wash it and peel off the outside
mm.
skin. But for me right now, I'm like, I'm not eating raw vegetables.
And even with the fruits, Les Gripe says I just ate some blueberries this week, Lord.
I'm telling you, it's a
I
problem.
Yeah,
even with the
yeah.
fruits, I mean, imagine when they're spraying all of these things, it still goes through the skin, you
Yeah.
know, and I mean, the best thing is you can, let me tell you, I picked a good amount of pears off of my pear tree. Those pears was so sweet and tasted so good, and I have some blueberries. If we can do, if we can start to plant, I'm forgetting where I went, and they have everything, including one of Blossom. Blossom is excellent. They plant everything in just about everything in pots, and it's so cool. So people, you cannot say that you cannot plant, even if you're in an apartment. You can make your garden however
Yeah.
you choose to make your garden, wherever you choose to make your garden. In your house, you could do it and get some of those lights, open up your curtains, let some sunlight come in. You could do all of those stuff. So it's really, really great. So I encourage you all, get some pots and start
And
planting.
it works. It works. I even have right now I'm growing potatoes, white potatoes. I mean, I have potatoes, I have peppers, I have tomatoes, I have all of that stuff.
Yeah.
But
So
really,
Callaloo. I cut my callaloo today. I cut it and cut it up. So I'm gonna cook it one day this week coming.
you see the
we really
color.
don't need to be eating all the different things we're eating
Why?
because it's time to eliminate what they're putting out there as being danger. Why take the chance? There's still a lot more
You
things
plant it.
we
You
can,
plant it yourself.
but there's still a lot more things that is safe that we can rotate on. I
I don't
mean,
get that one. The respect. Respect. I don't.
you got your watermelon, you got your cucumber, you got it's a lot of things out there. Bananas that is covered with tight, strong covers, leaves, peels.
Mm.
That we can peel and don't have to worry about so much about the spray and the chemical and all of that stuff. Stuff that's easy to penetrate, like tomatoes and the berries. God knows what the berries been through to keep up being so small and hold the strength and the roundness. Come on, it's a whole lot of pressure that goes on them berries, but they still stand strong. If you hold one with your two fingers and squeeze any one of them, it turn into mush mush. Cause it's
So,
I
so
wouldn't take I
Let
wouldn't
me
take
get
any
away.
more
Let me
chance.
get away from.
I
Let me
wouldn't take any more chances on the
I will
berries.
get away from the respecter with the mush mush and the kush kush. Uh, you know what
The
you do.
berries are not what they say it is. The berries are covered with colors.
Yeah, yeah, a lot of them, a lot of the foods and stuff. That's why it's just good to grow your own stuff. Let's gripe. What
Not
you
everybody
say?
on a yard like you, Lady D.
Mm.
Everybody don't have a yard like you. You have the
Did
perfect
I
yard.
not just say how people can plant in flower pots? I went to a person's home and they have every kind of vegetables and stuff in a flower pot. So everything doesn't even have to be in the ground.
Look
Let
at farming. There's a show called Farming on the Rock. Everything is in pots. She plants everything in pot because where she lives, it's all rocks. So she plant everything. She have every fruit tree you can think of,
yeah.
every
See, let's go.
vegetables you can think of. You can do it. Yeah.
You can do it. Let's Gripe says I have cherry plum seed hydrating to plant. And yes, we could start them in plant pots on the winter and plant on the spring. Yeah,
Well,
you can just
unfortunately, the young and vibrant, sexy young thing them now get them hand dirty.
in, in respect, I always have something to say about the young and fresh queen. Them listen. I've never been a health kick person, but I know what is good and what is not good for me. But I always say the most important thing is that now that we see what's going on, they're engineering the food, so it's better for us to start. The things that we can control is getting seeds, and starting to at least start growing our own fruits and vegetables if we can. And sometimes, yes, the climate and where we live, what state we live in, we might can't do a lot of it, but at least we can do some. I
Hmm.
just want to go all the way back to the beginning about the heart health. Um, Normally, when you go for physical, the doctors now they're lately starting to do the EKG because unfortunately I have some heart issues, so I get that check at least twice a year. And any little procedure I have to get done, I have to get a clearance from the heart doctor. So a lot of times when I kind of feel a little funny, sometimes I don't worry about it too much because I'm like, well, I just got to check up. My heart got check up, but that doesn't mean anything. But the most thing that we got to do is just stay prayed up and try the things that we can control is to eat better and even doing light exercise. So that's what I wanted to jump in and say.
Hmm.
There's a video out there. I'm gonna try and see if I can find it tomorrow and send it to you guys. This young guy is well, not young. I think he's like middle-aged guy. Said he saved so much money from stop eating meat. It's only one meat he eats, and he don't really pay for it. And then when he says the ranking meat, it was a laugh out loud moment. I'm gonna try.
oh
I'm
my
gonna
God,
try.
Leave it to you, respecter. Really.
it's a
I'm gonna try
fun.
and find it
Leave
and
it
send it
to
to
you,
y'all.
man.
The
But
ranking meat.
just oh my
Where do they sell that meat at?
That's what
You
I was
got it. You
going.
walk around with it.
hey, get that right. Oh boy.
And listen,
Oh boy.
I,
Lady D, tell respect them can't manage me either.
Una
I,
should have rich.
I just had,
Una,
I
una
needed
should
this.
have rich, man. Every woman should be rich.
Oh
On
God.
the meat market.
Uh,
No man, but nowadays all that too, you can't put certain things on the meat there too, cause you don't want to contaminate the meat then either.
Oh, God, no, no, they
conversation
laugh.
went left real quick.
it went way left. I don't know where this all of this come from. And you know Let's Gripe is in for it. Yeah. I mean,
Oh gosh.
Let's Gripe is just it just left me right here dumbfounded just a minute ago. I was like, what the
Oh,
hell? Where did this
Tell me some respect the same can't manage me either because yeah.
Oh, the respect. Don't start. Let's not start. Man, I needed the laugh though. It's a sad week, so I needed the laugh. But
Yeah.
did
But
you
you know,
all hear? Go ahead.
I just wanted to add, you can also, besides what you grow, to subsidize it or to help you, you can also look at local farmers that you know are growing products healthy, growing healthy produce in their on their farm that's in your area. So that's another thing you can do as far as for produce wise and fruits wise.
Makes sense.
Go ahead. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I just my mind got distracted. Did you do anyone or have anyone heard? Um, I heard that there's a new thing that they're trying to come on in Jamaica for you to have permission now. I didn't get to
Yes,
follow.
I looked it up, and it's not something that they're enforcing. And what they're saying, the individual who published that, what he was saying
Sorry,
more or
sorry to
less
interrupt, but clarity enforcing what exactly?
is something enforcing
Enforcing to
growing. When you
grow
growing your
to
food,
farming
you
on
need a
your land.
permit.
They're saying now you have to have, it's alleged that you have to have a permit now to farm on your own land.
Okay, okay,
They
sorry.
said that they were doing that in America. It was something that was being done years ago where they were trying to control that, but they had no control over it because they couldn't enforce it. And it's the same thing I was saying when the Respecter brought that up 2 weeks ago. The same thing I was saying. How will they enforce that? And how can they stop that in a nation where they mostly depend on the food that they grow. They call it ground food. The, in those Caribbean islands, they depend on the ground food more so than the store bought food. So if they limit or take away the idea of you growing your own food, then they will have problems and they'll have starvation. So I don't think they're gonna do that. And like I said,
They were
the
mainly
individual
they,
said it's something that was done here in America, or
they were
they try to
mainly
enforce in America. Yes, sir.
they were mainly programming the like the poor sectors of the ghetto country areas,
Uh,
Mm-hmm.
and the people was lashing out at them, saying, "And how are we going to survive? We don't have any jobs in these areas. No way of
Mm-hmm.
making money in these areas. So what's wrong with farming to eat?"
yeah,
And it was actually a license they were demanding that the law becomes where they have to file for have a license to farm on their own land.
Yeah,
yeah.
they can.
I was
That'd be
like,
hard to
yeah,
do.
because I know that I think we had kind of briefed it, I think a couple of years ago, but I didn't know that they bought it back and that they made it law.
Yeah,
So that's why I didn't get an opportunity to really look it over. And I checked the email and someone asked that question, which I didn't really have the answer to. So I said, let me bring it forward to the
yeah.
panel.
I looked it up with just because the Respecter had mentioned it that week, and I went and looked it up, and
Yeah,
that's what and I did, I put the question in different ways, and that's what it was saying that a couple of years back in the early America was trying to do that, but people objected and they couldn't enforce it, especially because of the farms and the large farms that they had. So um, it cannot be applied in the Caribbean because there is no way that they can control that in terms of people and food, the amount of food that the people need in these countries. Because, like I said, they more sustain their life on ground food more so than store bought food because some of them cannot afford the store bought food. They can grow some callaloo and two green banana and what have you, and they're good to go. So they can't stop it. That'd be hard for them to stop in the Caribbean. And I think some of the the Spanish countries too. It'll be hard for them to do it.
Okay, okay, okay. And also in Jamaica, there's this the new road abatement act that has been getting a lot of traction. I've gotten some emails that was sent that I was just briefly able to watch this afternoon. So I may take it. So I may have us to take it up next week. But some
Mhm.
new laws, and they're trying to say that it's a way that the government can implement the NIDS. Um, it's alleged that it's a way that the government can implement the NIDS. With the traffic laws, they're saying if you have a screw that is off on your tire, if you have if your tires is not inflated properly. It's things that they can now charge you for, but also put points on your license, which after you get X amount of points on your license, it's alleged that they could take your license, which that's your form of ID. So whereas now if X amount of person they're able to take their license from, they would have to go underneath the NID service. Did anyone of you hear on that?
Mm-mm.
Because they're saying that going people are up in arms and ready to protest because they're saying it's not fair that they want to do that with the way the roads are now, and they driving on the roads, it mash up their cars, and but since you all didn't see it and I didn't get to really
No, just I can
go
add a little.
forth fully in,
Um,
about it, the respecter.
yeah, I can add a little bit to it.
Okay.
Um, some bloggers are saying that they're mainly trying to come up with these laws to sideline the taxi services. They're trying to. They're thinking that there's companies who are trying to do like right here with the Uber.
Yeah.
So they're trying to find ways to remove taxi drivers right now. And then people
Mhm.
actually saying that taxi drivers, they don't know to come together to leap back and fight back at what laws are coming out at them, because every little move they make is a ticket they're getting. And
Yeah.
if they make a $10,000 for the day, less than half of that is going home with them, because police is at every corner and they know who to target, and they're finding little things here and there against the taxi drivers, and just they're looking for every little simple things
Okay.
to
Okay.
tax them
Yeah,
inside.
it has to do with the recent, and it's for not just taxi drivers, but this is for all citizens in Jamaica.
Yeah,
It's
you can
the
just pull up.
Jamaica Road Traffic Act. It
Hmm.
has been amended, and introducing measures such as extended vehicle registration, fitness certificate period, um, digitization of traffic systems, couple of stuffs, the amendment that had been done, and they're not
But you see,
about.
those things like that come about, lady, when you have so much accident. Jamaica needs some laws. They need some real solid laws in terms of how traffic is run in Jamaica. These people drive like, I mean, I've been out there and it's so scary when they're driving. And sometimes it's not even the person you're driving with, but it's the other cars, the way out the other cars are driving. And it's scary. So maybe they do need to, if it's valid, if it's laws that is being geared to protect the citizen,
Mhm.
then I think they need it because, like I said, those folks drive crazy
Well,
out there. I mean, I'll be holding on, I'm riding with them out there.
you you you
So,
you are one of them. Them are go all like beat, but 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 put restrictions on the people them what they drive, they need restriction. You
ah,
one of them. They go
honey. They need some kind of
Put
restriction. Some
my
of them,
disclaimer.
not all of them now. Some of them.
When I go to Jamaica, don't hold me for Queens. For Queens thought. All right, yeah. Cause I don't want nobody hold me. I'm beating about Lady D. You talking
and
about you
and
talking about
they got 1,000,001 potholes. So the drivers gotta be dilly dallying around those potholes.
yeah. So
You know.
they're what they're trying to implement, what they're saying is what the government is trying to implement is folly. You know, they should not be implementing those type of stuff when the roads them is so terrible, and it's the roads them itself that is mashing up their car, which that's valid, you know. And they need to look into that. They need to definitely look into that. Anything else you all want to throw on the table? Is 9:22. We want to say big shouts. Go out to Victoria's 89.1 FM. Big shouts go out to YouTube's radio. Once again, big ups to their marathon that they're doing right now, and they are taking donations. You can definitely link up DJ VJ Smiles, or you can link up Aubrey Campbell in regards to getting some donations for the sports gears for Caribbean King kids. Aubrey numbers 973-510-3148, and DJ VJ Smile is 404-404-8077. I also want to send big shouts go out to the Atlanta Jamaica Caribbean Association. They're getting ready to have their ball, and I should be having Janice O'Shea on Saturday for the program if I choose to do the program. But here's a little insight on it. I didn't download.
And Educational Fund presents the annual the Atlanta Jamaican Association, in collaboration with the AJ Cultural and Educational Fund, presents the annual Independence Ball and Scholarship Awards 2026, August 8th at 6 p.m. Atlanta Evergreen Lakeside Resort, 4021 Lakeview Drive, Stone Mountain, 30038, celebrating the Jamaican culture and heritage while investing in our youth. Exquisite dining, entertainment, and dancing. Tickets $145 single, $13.50 for a table of 10. Scan the QR code to purchase. Keynote speaker, Sanya Richards Ross, Jamaican-born four-time Olympic gold champion, sports broadcaster, and philanthropist. Call 404-777-9593 or email secretary@atlantajameicanassociation.org for more information. Free parking, sponsored by Hartsfield Jackson Atlanta International Airport, Couples Resorts Jamaica, Royal Caribbean Bakery, Jamaica Tourist Board, Kingston Grill, Caribbean International Shipping Services, Golden Crust Caribbean Restaurant, GB Roofing, and Elegna Health. Independence Ball and Scholarship Awards 2026, August 8th, Atlanta Evergreen Lakeside Resort, Stone Mountain, an Atlanta Jamaican Association event.
All righty. So for those whom is interested in the Independence Ball that is every year, that it takes around this time, definitely go and support Sanya Richards' boss. Richard's boss will be there. This the keynote speaker. So we want to send big shouts go out to the masters and crew. 145 is the cost for the tickets. And as they says, you know, if you have group or spouse or all of these things, I guess the price varies. So you can go on the website and check it out, or you can email them for more information on that. All righty.
Uh,
Um,
I
go ahead.
was, but I was trying to find the I think charger was supposed to. I sent it to you. I believe I did.
No, I didn't get it.
So,
Send
next Saturday,
what's going on next
um,
Saturday.
our Independence Festival.
Okay, no, I didn't receive it from you.
All right, I'm gonna find it and send it to you. But it's gonna be next Saturday. Delirance is gonna be the big star around here.
Uh huh.
You have a few more artists, Maxine Lyon, who's a poet and also a singer, myself, and I think about six more artists on there.
And where this is being held.
Reggae Vibes, Caribbean Cuisine in Hampton, Georgia. And
Okay, so it's going to be at Hampton, Georgia.
it's free, if you come out of your pocket and buy food and drinks.
All right, all right. That's really nice.
Yeah,
Just
for
yeah. Go ahead.
yeah, it's for everybody. Kids are included. There's can be
Jamaica Independence. Go
a
ahead.
family fun day. Charger.
All right, all right. Big things. So I love it. I love it. We're celebrating Jamaica, Jamaica independence. And you know, sometimes when you say that, you kind of sort of want to bite your tongue because they said Jamaica is not independent.
Well,
Am I looking to get myself into trouble?
well,
It's a Jamaica that
we
independent,
have the,
so
we have the right to
we
say yes,
celebrated
we have
it.
the right to not.
Sorry?
We have the right to say yes or no.
Or no, right?
We
Yeah.
believe what we want to believe. Nobody can stop you from believe what you want to believe.
That's it. That's it right there. That's it right there. So what else you all have on the list? Because we're just
We
going.
have remember we have the tufts and what you were saying about dead in the hospital. You know what I found out 8 years ago, right? There was a post that was there was a thing that was sent to Jamaica. Beds were sent to Jamaica. Then um a year ago the same cry for beds. Well, 3 years ago the same cry for bed. A year ago, the same cry for that. Even 6 months ago, remember those nurses was out there demonstrating about the condition of these hospitals. So, I mean, how can he say that they're not short of beds, and other folks are showing that they are short of beds?
Donna says America isn't independent either. Okay, Donna. Why America is not independent, Donna? You definitely have to type that one up and send it in to us. Let us know why you feel America is not independent. But yeah, Queen, the bed
Hmm.
situation. That was that, you know what came out of that is that persons were making joke of the gentleman that in the comments, which they're saying he should have said it another way. But it doesn't, to me, it doesn't matter how you said it. The point
Hmm.
the point that it needed to be said. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? This is one the big controversy that's been going around on the net in regards to this gentleman.
Rate you. Yes. But we not rate you again. Tell me what. All right. For one, no better in the hospital then. That's not true. I can tell you, me sick. Which hospital you go? KPH. And me sit on one whole night and a half on wheelchair. Yes. Me can tell you that. Always rate you.
So it's a gentleman that was on that's they have it circling all over the net where he was saying to Tufton that he rates him. He always used to rate him, but he doesn't rate him anymore because he had the experience of going to the hospital and sitting up in a wheelchair for a day and a half. And persons are making joke of it because Tufton said no, that's untrue because he said the man said there's no beds in the hospital, and Tufton said that's untrue. So what they're saying is the gentleman should have rephrased it and says there's not enough beds or
Yeah.
anything
To
that is
accommodate. Yeah.
that to accommodate the
Yeah.
people, and we need to get more beds into the hospital because persons are having to sit up a whole day and a half waiting to get a bed in the hospital. So it was just a misspoke, and it's they took it all over the internet, say there's beds in there, there just not enough beds, and all of that foolishness. But when you look
But
at
right now on my screen. watching this, I'm seeing this thing that is running across where it say, um, they order, there's an order for a million level hospital bed, a million of level hospital beds that is in progress.
Mhm.
So, I mean, and like I said, why are they always so short of beds?
Crook, crook,
What's
crooky
going
do,
on?
crook, crook, crooky do, crook, crook, crook them beds. Crook, crook, crooky do, crook, crook,
What they
crooky
doing?
do.
Selling them the respecter,
Them a
and they're
crook.
not going where they're supposed to go.
Them a crook.
Cause,
Move
yeah,
them.
because 8 years ago there was some donation that was sent there, bed donation that was sent there, and then 3 years ago there was another donation that was sent there because they were short, and 6 months ago when the nurses were demonstrating, I guess that's where this order is coming through.
I
I
just I just got a heads up, a reminder from Charger. So
Uh-huh.
that CLTV. I don't know if you remember or heard about the Guyanese ship that sink,
No.
kill everybody.
Oh yes, 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 yes. And I definitely want to send our
yeah
prayers
Condolences.
and
yeah
prayers of comfort to
yeah.
each and everyone that was affected by that. Man, I mean, we're just real cool tonight. We're just kind of
Hmm.
quiet tonight. Donna says the British rules America. Yeah, you wouldn't know it under 47.
You mean Israel?
It's America
Israel.
pledged. It's a
Israeli
I
rule,
was
right?
just ready
The
to
Twin
say that.
If
Countries.
they
Israel
giving them
wouldn't
3.8 billion they're getting every year. Come on now.
yeah.
Queen,
So
Queen.
that's
Yes,
why.
sir.
you
MC MC was missing for about 2 hours, so let's just check the floor for the rest of the night, right, Lady D?
What? Nah, man. I said something earlier. Even when you talk about something
you
but that
know
meat and blah blah blah. I
you
said
know
something a little earlier too.
that guy before I don't mean to sway, but that Guyanese vessel, they have it where it's a big thing about that because they're saying it was an older vessel. What happened to the newer vessels that should have been transporting the people? Did you read about that, the respecter?
No, I'm just hearing about it. Charger just
Okay,
told me.
yeah. Where they had a thing with I don't have I didn't come in here tonight with any notes. I'm just flowing tonight. As I said, we're grieving and we're just flowing tonight. We're definitely just flowing tonight.
I think now if we get rid of the old and bring in the new.
Yeah, they were supposed to not have the ship because it had several issues, and they
Mhm.
still put it out there in the sea, and it drowned how many persons. So yeah, that was a serious one, and I'm sorry we didn't talk about that. There also another one that thousands of African immigrants are invading Spain from the sea. Shocking visual put Europe on alert. I see Ja-
Y'all know Jamaica have 30 new
where
citizen,
you go,
right?
where you going with that now, Jimmy? Where you going with that word? 30.
Did you guys see all of those immigrants that have evaded Spain
That's what I'm
from
talking about. You should
Morocco?
come with people. Go ahead, Jai. Tell us a little bit about that one.
But they have it was thousands of them. There's video footage online. And they have entered literally entered Spain. Some of them came with their bikes. It's kind of crazy to watch.
And bike.
Um, yes, bikes like your bicycle.
Wow.
And then there's another video that's now currently circulating where it looks like they were trying to break into private residence. And I say that to say, good luck with y'all deportees coming down there from random places, Jamaica, thinking these are just people from Morocco. These aren't even what they say, the worst of the worst criminals. These are just people from Morocco. So I just want to know what do
Mhm.
they expect? You're giving them a 2 week grace period. What are y'all expecting if in less than, I want to say, 6 hours they're already trying to break into private residences?
It's crazy.
It's just something to think about.
It's a lot.
Yeah. Well, they're publicizing them 30 from where? One from Morocco, one from, they have different places they're from. One from Italy, one from different places they're from.
It's a
And
lot
they
going on.
say,
I don't know what Jamaica.
And nobody's talking about Cuba. I just want to put that out there. What's happening with Cuba?
We
And
have
he,
we have to research and tell them about Cuba. We have to research and tell them about Cuba. Did
yeah,
you all go ahead, the respecter? I don't want to jump on you.
I was saying Cuba and Haiti.
Oh, okay, okay. Did you all know that for those person who have foreclosure protection on FHA, that Trump has just ended FA? It's alleged that Trump has just ended FHA foreclosure protection. So,
Not alleged, it's true. And if you happen to do any modifications on your loans, let's say that you're back because you lost your job, whatever the case may be, property taxes went up and you have a shortage on your mortgage. If you happen to do any modifications, you cannot submit to have anything re-reviewed for 2 years.
okay, that's crazy.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I wonder how the MAGA supporters them feel.
Well, right now, he's only doing this to keep everything afloat and the stock market up. But once the election comes in November and the Republican loses the House and Senate, then that's when they're going to have things crash.
Repeat that.
I agree.
Yeah, they're doing this now because number one, they have not lowered the interest rate, and as of yesterday, they were saying it should have went up a point and a half already, but it didn't. So they're keeping everything. If you notice the stock market, if you have 401k like I do, it's looking beautiful. But when the election time come, if and when the Democrats take over the Congress and the House of Representatives, everything is going to crash then.
They're basically manipulating the market.
That is
Yeah.
exactly what they're doing.
Mhm.
And while I remember, I know Lady D is farming and all that, but I think Lady D gonna need more than farming because I think we need to start from September. Load up as much as we can load up, cause just like January 6th might be something worse than January 6th coming throughout the United States, cause they're not gonna take losses easy. And I do believe they're planning with ICE to come and disturb all of the black communities. So I'm serious about it. It's been in my spirit for a long time. So I think we need to start prepare from no later than the end of September. Be prepared.
To
If you
piggyback
need
off
to
of
have your
that, oh,
machete, if you need
sorry.
to sharpen your machete them, get some more knives, some back torch. It's gonna be as we talk about it a few times over the years. The civil war is gonna come because this man is not gonna take the loss and keep going. It's gonna be a serious rebellion.
What was you saying, Jai, as far as piggybacking?
I was just gonna. I feel like MC might know, but if I'm not mistaken, didn't they pass his bill um, in relations to Iran? I don't know if she's there and she knows what I'm talking about.
No, Iran is not accepting nothing from America.
But
They
as
say.
far as the bill, no, I didn't hear
I thought
about.
they passed it and they said 6 Democrats, I guess, sided with it with stipulations in regards to Israel. Allegedly.
No, I didn't hear.
In
I'd have to.
terms of what the funding,
Yes, ma'am.
mm,
Didn't hear that one.
No, I didn't hear
I
that
read
one.
it somewhere and I wanted to find the article. That's why I was trying not to mention it, but I figured somebody else saw it too. That's why I was asking.
Okay. No, I didn't hear about it or see it.
Okay. Well, I don't know. I don't know about that one, but we're gonna write down most of these topics so we can what we don't know about so that we can review it so that the listeners do know about it or the listeners you can review them and come back to us next week. Um,
Okay, let's see what she's talking about. She said the major federal legislation involving funding for Israel and operations regarding the Iran is the National Defense Authorization Act. It also accompanies the Pentagon budget resolution. So it's something for us. It says, okay, these massive defense policy packages have faced intense debate and strict party line votes over the cost of conflict with Iran and military cooperation with Israel. Is that what you were talking about, Jai?
Yes. And then they supposedly added stipulations into it in regards to Israel. That's why I was just more so bringing it to everybody's attention because I kind of wanted to touch on it next week. There's just so much going on in the world, but I feel like there's a lot that needs to be paid attention to because, like the respect that said, granted, I don't know if it's going to be anything that extreme that he's mentioning, but I mean, like we said before, a revolution's going to happen. Things are changing. And I just feel like there's certain things that people need to pay attention to.
Mhm.
And
you
you
know,
were saying the vote was narrowly passed for defense policy package in 216 to 212 vote.
Yes. Okay. So
216 to
you're reading the right one. Yes. Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, and they said they want to allocate 750 million specifically for U.S. Israel joint military projects. You know, 750, and then they said a separate Republican budget blueprint roughly outlines 73 billion to continue to fight with anything that deals with engagement operation with Iran. So 750 million in general, plus another 73 billion, maybe a third, 73 billion of that to go to dedicate just for Iran, fighting with Iran. Crazy.
Yes. And that's what I
Can
wanted to
you
highlight as
imagine?
well. Is the money for the war? Because everybody knows when there's war, there's what? Recession.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
And
this
all
is crazy.
these children are starving. All these children. Some of them don't know where the next meal is coming from, right? And all this money going into war.
Exactly.
War, war.
Well, they always say that war brings up your economy. That's why they always go into war, is
it's
because it brings up the economy.
it's supposed
You know,
to.
yeah,
So
and they make money from war. So
so
that's why every time we're
And
relaxed for one,
1%.
so question
They
is
invest money too because they're investing all these billions of dollars into this war, and
Mhm.
their children that, like I said, that are suffering that could use it. They need
This
to
is
stop all these kids that they're kidnapping and taking them overseas in these
Hey,
brothels and what have you.
guess,
Spend the money on that.
Queenie, guess what? When you said that reminded me. I was
Yeah.
looking at figures. But this was a post, and as you said, something to look up. But I had a feeling that United States had the most kidnapping of children. And they said
Okay.
United States for the year, we have like 400, I think like in 60 or 450,000 children a year
Mhm.
being kidnapped in United States
Mhm.
alone. We're like that. That's like one of the highest
Mhm.
figures compared to other countries. It's something to look up. There was like 400, like 400,
It's
like
something. It's yeah.
2,300 a day, I think.
well,
It's
let me
crazy.
ask each one of y'all a question. Since y'all we're talking about these wars and these recessions and all of that, each one. The respecter, did you do you have your emergency supply?
I have enough to last about 2.5 weeks.
Okay. Let's gripe. Do you? We're not here. Let's gripe.
Me sorry for those who don't know how to make turn cornmeal.
Queen, do you have your emergency supplies?
Some water and stuff like that, and some canned goods and
What
whatever.
about you, MC?
And my garden.
MC, what about you?
Besides you, besides you, Diana,
Cause
as
you're
my
coming home,
emergency,
right? You
I know,
coming home.
yeah, as my emergency. I have some things I've been putting to aside as far as like cleaning like water and some canned goods and box goods, but I really need to. I wish every time I feel like I've gotten a certain level, certain things are used. So I really need to be more specific about just leaving that to the side and make sure I don't go in it.
What about you, Jai?
I have a little something something going, but I'm coming to your house too.
She better make room for everybody.
I know.
The
Listen, I'm gonna have to
whole,
start.
the,
Listen, Diana, I hope you have Zell. I'm gonna have to start zelling you some money just in case I have to come down there.
the whole reasoning Thursday crew will be at our house.
Listen, what's
And there's plenty of water in the pool.
what's why
Yeah.
what's my joy? Close it, close. Too much. I'm hearing about these canned stuff and everything. But do you know you all need water? Water should be one of the first essentials that y'all get for an emergency.
I did. I said
Yeah,
water
I
too.
do.
I said water
Yeah, and
first.
I swap them out too. Yeah, I do my
Yeah.
Yeah,
water.
water first.
And
Because
they have those straws, you have the tablets, anything to make the water fresh again.
I thought about that too, about getting that as well. That's true.
Yeah.
You
You
know
all,
what? Even look at this, even walkie-talkies. Like there's a walkie-talkie. Like if your phones go out, there's a walkie-talkie. I think it goes 250 miles.
Mm.
okay.
So you could talk to
You,
someone 250 miles away if they have
you
the
know what? You know what this family reunion taught me? I
Mm.
need more battery operated gadgets. I need a battery
You
operated
don't
fan.
need
I need a
battery. You don't need battery operated. You
um
You
need
need solar.
solar.
yeah,
solar. Oh yeah,
or
solar
winding up,
operated.
or those wind up radios.
Yeah, those
Yeah,
wind up
yeah.
radios are
I need some of those gadgets. I saw somewhere you can plug these things in it and get.
yeah.
I
If
see it
you
on camping trip, and
if
I
you
think that's a good thing
if
too.
you don't have electricity and you don't have those things to plug up anything,
Yeah.
No, it's not by electric. It's solar operated. I see
okay,
they've been, yeah.
solar, everything.
It's solar operated, but you get the power. That's how you get the power, and
Mm,
you can do everything on that little machine
nice.
that does that.
Well, I
And
heard.
Uh,
Go ahead. No,
what
go
I
ahead.
wanted to say, um, to not to get off the topic, but when you brought up the water, that's one of the highest things. We have water shortage already, in this country. So first we have water shortage, then we have a president who released some of the regulations on how the water should be filtered and how these companies can run, how clean our water is. So first we have a water shortage, shortage of clean water. Then we have a president who released a lot of regulations that companies had to follow in order to make sure we had proper and clean water. Then now and I wanted to bring because when you said we had open topics, I just wanted to touch on this, and you can maybe next time to talk about it about the water. I don't know if you've heard about like Jai or if you guys have heard about it, where as you know, these data centers are in the Midwest,
Yeah.
and because they have more land, so they've been funneling water, millions of gallons of water, to these AI data centers, right? And they're having videos of these lakes, famous lakes and places that used to be full of water, and even though it was going down, now they're completely dry,
Yeah, I saw
empty.
that yesterday.
And
mhm,
let me tell you,
mhm.
here's the conspiracy. They're saying that they're not sure if these data centers really need that cooling. They think that the wealthy people are funneling these water sources to their bunkers. So this is a conspiracy theory that's going around that people say, I don't know. Maybe I don't know if these guys send these all billions of gallons of water to cool down millions of water gallons of water. Maybe some of this water is being filtered to these wealthy people's bunkers that they're creating. So
Yeah.
that's a conspiracy theory out there.
We you know
Who
what? Some of us need to really, really get together and purchase some bunkers and really get it down because if the way you all are talking now, it's starting to appear that it's going to be evident that something is going to occur. We don't want to put that in the universe, but
You have to watch the signs. You won't be blinded, you know?
definitely watch the signs because we don't know what's going to happen. So I don't know if we can run and hide, but I think that some of us may have to run and hide. You know what I mean? So yeah, get those bunkers. I think they cost like almost like what a house costs. I was thinking to dig my backyard and put
You,
one out there.
that's I'm sure you have my count.
You know what? You know what, lady? There is too much gas pipe and what have you in these local areas.
No, no, but
It'd be hard to dig that
Let me
deep.
tell you,
gonna
there's
have
a
no time to
country.
drive to no rural area. So you
There's
have to do it where you're at.
yeah, there's a country in the like the Netherlands area somewhere. I forgot which country it is, and they said that this country has a bunker for every citizen in the country.
Oh, we need
So
to
if something happens, they have a bunker for every citizen in that country.
move there. I would love to find out what
I'll look it up again, but there's a
but
country.
is it a country that have a lot of war or
No, it's one of those safe countries, one of those hardly have crime countries, one of those cold, freezing countries in somewhere in northern, probably European type of area. I don't remember the name of the country, but I'm gonna look it up. They have a bunker for every citizen in the country. So, like what you were telling, watching signs, why would this country invest in having a bunker for every citizen in their country? They're not making sure that they're prepared for something.
I think you mean every family.
Yes.
Lord. Well, listen, I need a bunker. I need to
I
we
know exactly.
get together and do a bunker underneath
The
one
way
of.
your house is designed, your property is designed, you'll be all right.
She can still use the bunker.
You
Thank
got
you.
one.
I
You
don't
got
know what
one.
he's talking about.
You got one.
You have to go underground. You have to go
Yes.
at
yeah.
least 8 feet underground.
Listen, let me know when you're doing this. I send my Zelle investments.
You're not
See
gonna
your
make
box
it
out of
here
New York.
in time. You're not gonna make it here in time. So you have to place it where you're at. So when the bells and the whistle starts to go off, you can run into like back in the old days. When the tornadoes and all of those things, they make the bells go off and people run out their house and run down in their cellar. Yeah,
Hmm.
that's basically what it is. It's just that's
Mhm.
what we have to do. We're gonna possibly have to do. And
Yes.
it's a sad thing to think that
And
something like
scary.
that may really, and it's very scary as we're laughing about it. It's that something that is really, really scary, the unknown of what may can happen. So preparation is the key, and everyone needs to really, really prepare themselves. Congratulations, Tonya. She's growing a soursop tree in a pot.
Oh,
Ooh, okay.
congratulations!
Yeah,
So
Ooh,
what you
yeah.
gonna do for in the winter? You taking it indoor?
yeah, definitely.
Mhm.
Gonna have to bring it indoor. Man, the
Yeah.
time is on the clock is saying it's almost time to go. I'm definitely exhausted. And mentally, physically, emotionally, the whole 9 yards. So man, we were all over the place tonight. We didn't have a
Yeah.
set, we didn't have a set reasoning, and it's okay. We were flowing. We just let it flow. But next week we're gonna come back strong, and we're gonna come back ready for all of our reasoning. Do the research on all of these things that are going on throughout the world. Um, because there's a lot of serious things that's going on throughout the world here. So that we want to talk about it. Also, there's a lady that was warning in regards to the immigration, in regards to the immigration situation. We want to reason on that too as well next week. I see what you're talking about, Jamaica grant citizenship to 30 individuals from 10 different countries.
Yes,
There is
yes.
there is a lady that bought 22 acres of land, and
Mm.
there's another lady that's saying, people, descendants from Jamaica, go buy up on the land because people from foreign and
That's
other places are
the
buying.
lady. She couldn't even speak good English, and she said, "Why me love me yard? Me love me Jamaica." I said,
As soon as she build up them other thief if I watch.
Huh?
"They're not keep it from them. Them I protect the
As
government. I
soon as
protect
them build up
them.
them mansion, as soon as them build up them mansion, government will find a way to take it.
The government, them I sponsor them. So why they gonna take it? They
Exactly.
sponsoring them."
Because what you mean? Come
Listen,
build
the
it.
same way they doing these citizenship with all these people. These
Exactly.
It's crazy.
Mm,
But
mm,
lady, I wanna be the first to say,
Yeah,
I salute you and your siblings and your relatives and your family for your
thank
strength that you put out to all that you've been through.
thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you,
mm,
thank
mm.
you. I just thank each and everyone for joining us, and even though we just was all over the place tonight and talking a bunch of things that may be irrelevant to you all,
A lot of
um,
mush mush.
a lot of mush mush. It was just to get your minds off of things, right? So I just want to say good night to each and every one, and I thank you for joining us. Um, just log into the Lady D show Saturday. If you don't really hear me, then you know I'm not on. But if you hear me, then I will be interviewing the secretary of the Atlanta Jamaica Association, and to talk a little bit about what's going on with the ball that's coming up, and all this gibberish from 12 to 4 p.m. the Lady D show, all about love, nothing but love. 12, I mean, hear me, 12, 7
Dedicated
to
to your
9
nephew.
p.m. All right. So the respect, you want to say a River Dolce?
So and dedicate that show Saturday to your nephew.
Yeah, I'm gonna dedicate it to him as well.
Yeah. Thanks
Definitely.
one and all for keep supporting us. We appreciate y'all.
Donna, blessings, 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 blessings. Thanks for vibesing with us. Let's gripe. Thanks for vibesing with us. Conrad said the year 3000, no black folks will be on earth. Just stop the prophesizing, them man. Don't prophesize that. DJ VJ Swag. DJ VJ says no black people will be on earth in the year 330,000. That no right round the corner, man. Yeah, that's right.
I don't think any of us would be here.
With
Not
the
us, the other generation.
okay. Told you want to say River Dolce?
Yes, thank you so much for inviting me to join you guys tonight. I had fun. Hope everyone have a great and safe weekend. And saying to the new students starting Monday, welcome back to school.
Oh yeah. Chai.
I hope everyone has an amazing night. And talk to you guys next Thursday.
All right. MC.
I'm coming. All right. Again, always a pleasure spending my Thursday evenings and nights with you. Have a blessed weekend, and good night.
Good night. Queen.
Yeah, Emmanuel was an awesome young man. I've known him all his life, and I mean, one of the best. So I just want to say, rest in peace, Emmanuel. Um, you're with the best. Love you. Um, and thank you all for joining in. Remember, like and share.
All right. Blessings. And good night. Like and share. Tell a friend and a friend and a family member. And yes, my nephew Emmanuel Reed was an awesome, awesome young man. Good
Indeed.
night.
Good night.
Good night.